In the dim wetlands of the Carboniferous world, long before cities, voices, or memory, the Horsetail first lifted itself toward the sky. The air was thick with mist and warmth, and the earth breathed through endless swamps covered in deep green silence. Giant insects drifted slowly through the humid air while distant volcanic smoke blurred the horizon into soft shades of gray. In that ancient landscape, the Horsetail stood quietly among towering ferns, repeating the same simple form again and again, as if it had discovered a rhythm so pure that it no longer needed to change. Tonight, let us leave behind the noise of the modern world and walk gently into that forgotten forest. Imagine the soft sound of water moving through dark soil. Imagine the slow pulse of rain falling onto endless green stems. The Horsetail does not rush. It does not compete for beauty or attention. It simply grows upward in calm repetition, each hollow segment rising from the last like a breath drawn slowly in the dark. Unlike flowering plants that arrived much later, the Horsetail carried no bright petals and no sweet fragrance. Its beauty was quieter than that. It lived through geometry and balance. Every stem was divided into perfect intervals, repeating the same ancient pattern with almost meditative precision. Looking at it feels less like observing a plant and more like listening to the steady heartbeat of the earth itself. In the age of giant reptiles and endless marshes, the Horsetail learned an important truth about survival. It understood that strength did not always come from speed or complexity. While other life forms expanded wildly across the planet, the Horsetail remained simple. It anchored itself deeply into the wet soil and trusted the slow persistence of time. Storms bent it, floods buried it, and volcanic ash darkened the skies above it, yet it endured through patience rather than resistance. There is something deeply comforting in that kind of existence. The Horsetail does not fear stillness. It welcomes repetition. In a world that constantly asks us to move faster, achieve more, and become something different every day, this ancient plant reminds us that there is peace in remaining grounded. There is wisdom in quiet endurance. As millions of years passed, continents drifted apart and climates transformed. Entire forests disappeared beneath oceans and mountains rose from ancient seabeds. Creatures that once ruled the earth vanished into stone and memory. Yet the Horsetail remained. Though smaller now than its prehistoric ancestors, it still carries the same ancient structure within its slender body. The same rhythm survives in every segment, every narrow leaf, every silent cluster growing near rivers and shaded wetlands. Perhaps that is why standing near Horsetail plants today can feel strangely calming. Even now, they seem untouched by urgency. Along quiet streams or in the corners of rain-soaked gardens, they rise from the earth with the same patient posture they held hundreds of millions of years ago. Looking at them is like opening a small window into deep time. The modern world softens for a moment. Your breathing slows. The mind becomes quieter. The Horsetail teaches without words. It teaches that survival does not always require becoming louder or more complicated. Sometimes the deepest resilience comes from simplicity. From knowing exactly what you are and staying rooted within it. In those ancient wetlands, dawn arrived slowly. Thick fog rolled across the marshes while pale sunlight filtered through towering forests. The Horsetail absorbed that soft light in silence. It had no desire to conquer the world. It only wished to continue its quiet conversation with the soil, the rain, and the passing ages. Even when catastrophe arrived, it endured by yielding rather than fighting. During periods of drought, it retreated inward, conserving its strength beneath the ground. During floods, it bent gently with the current instead of resisting it. There is a strange tenderness in that kind of wisdom. The Horsetail understood that the earth itself moved in cycles, and that peace could be found by flowing with those rhythms rather than struggling against them. Tonight, as the modern world hums outside your window, imagine yourself standing beside a silent Carboniferous swamp. The air is cool and damp against your skin. Around you, endless rows of Horsetails sway gently in the mist like green instruments playing a song too ancient for human language. No clocks exist there. No deadlines or anxieties can survive in that deep and patient silence. The plant beside you has already witnessed the rise and fall of entire worlds. Compared to its immense timeline, today's worries begin to feel softer and lighter, like ripples disappearing across dark water. The horsetail remains calm because it understands something we often forget. Life does not need to move quickly to have meaning. Growth does not need to be dramatic to be real. Its ancient rhythm continues even now, hidden beneath the noise of modern life. Every segment of its stem carries the memory of rainstorms older than human history. Every quiet movement in the wind carries the patience of geological ages. To sit beside it, even in imagination, is to remember that the earth itself has always moved slowly. And perhaps that is why this ancient plant still comforts us after all these millions of years. It asks nothing from us except stillness. It reminds us that peace can exist without spectacle. That endurance can be gentle. That silence itself can become a shelter. Now the mist grows deeper across the wetlands of the old world. The forest darkens into soft shadows, and the horsetails continue their endless breathing beneath the stars. Let your thoughts drift with them. Let the steady rhythm of this ancient life quiet the restless movement inside your mind. Tonight, sleep beside the memory of the Carboniferous earth, and rest within the calm heartbeat of a world that once moved only to the slow and timeless rhythm of rain.